Do you ever feel like you're stuck on a marketing hamster wheel? You're manually sending emails, trying to remember who to follow up with, and wishing you had a way to know who your most interested subscribers are. What if you could build a system that did all of that for you, 24/7, even while you sleep? Well, you can. And it's called Marketing Automation. Welcome to the next video in our series. Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful tools in any digital marketer's toolkit, Marketing Automation. And we'll be using the incredibly powerful and visual workflow builder inside GetResponse to do it. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly what automation is, and you will have built your very first welcome and engagement workflow from scratch. Before we jump into the builder, it's super important to understand the basic building blocks. Once you get these, you can build almost any automation you can imagine. Think of it like Legos. First, we have triggers. A trigger is the event that starts your entire workflow. It's the if in an if this then that equation. For example, if a person subscribes to my newsletter, or if a customer abandons their shopping cart, that's the trigger. It's the starting pistol for the race. Second, we have actions. Actions are the then part of the equation. They are the tasks you want the system to perform. For example, then send them a welcome email. Or then wait for 24 hours. Or then add a customer tag to their profile. Sending messages, waiting, and tagging are the most common actions you'll use. Third, and this is where it gets really powerful, we have conditions. A condition is a checkpoint that splits your workflow into different paths based on a subscriber's behavior. The most common one is message opened. This condition checks if a person opened a specific email. If they did, they go down the yes path. If they didn't, they go down the no path. This allows you to treat engaged and unengaged subscribers differently. Finally, there are filters, which lets you segment your contacts even further inside a workflow. But we'll focus on the first three building blocks today: triggers, actions, and conditions. That's it. Once you understand those three, you're ready to build. So let's get started. All right, let's build this thing. Here we are in the GetResponse dashboard. To get to the automation builder, go to the Tools menu at the top and select Automation. Now click the Create Workflow button. GetResponse offers a ton of amazing pre-built templates, and I highly recommend you explore those later. But to really learn how this works, we're going to start from scratch. The first thing I always do is name my workflow. Let's call this New Subscriber Welcome and Engagement. This helps you stay organized as you build more automations over time. Okay, a blank canvas. Every workflow needs a starting point, a trigger. In our case, we want this to start when we get a new subscriber. So find the subscribes condition on the right and drag it onto the canvas. This is now the entry point for our entire workflow. If you look at the properties for this element, you can get really specific. You can make it run only for subscribers of a certain list, or who signed up through a specific landing page. For a general welcome sequence, leaving it as any list and any method is perfectly fine. Now that we have our trigger, what's the first thing we want to do? We want to send them a welcome email. That's an action. So, find the send message action and drag it onto the canvas. To connect them, just click the dot on the trigger and drag the arrow to the action. See that line? That shows the flow. Now, when you click on the send message action, the properties panel opens up. Here, you can select the email you want to send. A pro tip is to write your welcome email before you start building the automation to make this process smoother. You can select an automation message or a regular newsletter you've already created. So what makes a great first welcome email? Keep it simple. First, thank them for subscribing. It shows you appreciate their trust. Second, if they signed up to get a free guide or a discount code, deliver it right away. Third, set expectations. Let them know how often you'll be emailing them and what kind of content they can expect. And finally, have one clear call to action. Maybe it's asking them to follow you on social media or check out your most popular blog post. Don't overwhelm them. This first email is all about delivering value and building trust. Okay, so our new subscriber has received their welcome email. We don't want to bombard them with another email right away. We need to give them some breathing room. This is where the wait action comes in. Drag the wait action and place it after our first email. In the properties, you can set the delay. I find that waiting 2 days is a pretty good sweet spot. It keeps the momentum going without feeling spammy. After those 2 days are up, we're going to send them another email. Drag another send message action onto the canvas, and connect it after the wait period. The goal of this second email is to provide pure value. Don't try to sell anything yet. You could share a link to your most popular YouTube video, a helpful blog post, or a quick tip that they can implement right away. You're training them that opening your emails is a valuable and positive experience. So now we've sent 2 emails. But how do we know if anyone is actually paying attention? This is where we use a condition to start tracking engagement. This is the most important part of this tutorial. Find the message opened, condition, and drag it onto the canvas after our second email. Now pay close attention to the properties. GetResponse needs to know which message you want it to check. We're going to select the second email we just sent. As soon as you do that, you'll see the condition has 2 exit points, a green check mark for yes and a red X for no. This is a fork in the road. From this point on, people who opened that second email will go down the green yes path, and people who ignored it will go down the red no path. We can now send different messages and apply different tags to these 2 groups. This is the heart of personalization at scale. So, what do we do with these 2 paths? For the people who went down the yes path, the ones who opened our email, we want to acknowledge that they're engaged. We're going to do this by giving them a tag. A tag is just a label. Find the tag action and drag it onto the yes path. In the properties, we can create a tag. Let's create one and call it engaged. Now, anyone who goes down this path will automatically get the engaged tag applied to their profile. Why is this so powerful? Because next month, when you're launching a new product, you can choose to send the announcement only to your most engaged subscribers. It's a game changer, but what about the no path? These people didn't open our email. Our goal here is to try and win them back. Let's drag another send message action onto the no path. For this email, you'll want to use a completely different, curiosity-driven subject line. Something like, was it something I said? Or quick question for you. You're just trying to get that open. You could even build this path out further, adding another wait and message opened condition. If they still don't open anything, you could tag them as inactive and maybe send them fewer emails in the future. For now, our simple workflow is ready. We welcome a subscriber, wait, send a value email, and then split them into engaged and unengaged paths. The final step is to hit the big Save and Publish button in the top right corner. And that's it. Your automation is now live. It will work for you in the background, welcoming every new subscriber and intelligently sorting them based on their actions. So let's take a step back. In just a few minutes, you've learned the core principles of marketing automation and built a workflow that saves you time, builds relationships with new subscribers, and gives you valuable data about who your most active fans are. This is how you scale your marketing without scaling your workload. If you're ready to put your marketing on autopilot, I've left a link to the GetResponse Free Forever plan in the description below. You can build your first automation without paying a dime. In our next video, we're going to look at the top 5 alternatives to GetResponse so you can be sure you're on the right platform for you. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Modern, upbeat music swells and fades out.